Babies can't eat unless you're feeding them with a spoon. Did you know that some babies don't grow up? And not in a sad Ernest Hemingway way, but in a Peter Pan kind of way. And those people are known as sliver players. If you don't know what slivers are, they're basically silverfish with AK-47s and a lot of cocaine. I like to think of them like Terminators, very difficult to kill and incredibly dangerous. So to put simply, slivers are the most spoon-fed creatures in Magic the Gathering. But why, you ask? Well, let's play a little pattern recognition game I like to call Find the Pattern. We got Sliver Hive Lord. Sliver creatures you control have Indestructible. Sentinel Sliver. Sliver creatures you control have Vigilance. Sliver creatures you control have Flying and Haste. All slivers have, when this permanent enters the battlefield, destroy something. All slivers have tap, add 1 mana of any color. Do you see the pattern? It's all slivers have something. It's spoon-fed. This says all of them have Death Touch. That's awesome. This one says all your slivers have Ward 2. Awesome. This one says all your slivers have Shroud, which is like Ward, but the original. It's basically like getting free stuff off of the first sliver. And then your sliver spells also get you more free stuff. Huh. That's a lot of skill going into there. A lot of macros you have to do as a player. You really have to focus. You really got to lock in and think really hard about how you're playing your slivers. This one says, hey, you can tutor up your favorite sliver from your library and put it into your hand. That's what I call skill. What about homing sliver? Now you can sliver cycle, which is basically the same thing as sliver overlord, but at home and for cheaper. And now you have more copies of it. What about sliver legion? All of them get stronger. Are they strong? That's what I call skill. Because you just have slivers and then you're strong. Wow, you're really thinking really hard about that. I'd say the hardest part of running slivers is running 5 colors because it's hard to get the mana base. Oh, wait, there's mana sliver and then there's another mana sliver. And then obviously there's cryptolith, right? But basically, wow, the main hard part of playing slivers is gone now. Insane. And you might say it's not that bad, but then look at Thrumming Hive Pool. Look at this. Wow. Now you got a discount because it's affinity for slivers. Wow, now your slivers have double strike and haste. Wow. Now you get 2 free of them on your upkeep. That's insane. This card is busted. Even if it's like 3 mana, that's still a lot. Shall I jolt you to completion again, sir? Now, they also have Virulent Slivers. So now all your slivers have Poison 1. And that's easy, especially with, unblockability. Really easy ways to make them, evasive with menace and stuff. You really don't have to work at all. Shall I crank your hog till you squeal, sir? Now, you might just say, run some removal. Duh, idiot. Well, let me just say, Spiteful Sliver is daring you to hit him with the Blasphemous Act. Because now sliver creatures you control have, whenever it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target player or planeswalker. Now they all do 13 damage. But what about the other board wipes, like Vanquish the Horde, Day of Judgment, Cleansing Nova, all those, big board wipe, destroy all creatures? Well, they get absolutely mogged by, the Sliver Hive Lord, because now they're all indestructible. Even if you don't have this guy as your commander, you can also go with, like, regenerate target sliver, or put it back in your hand, or you can, regenerate it, or regenerate it this way. So unless they have the anti-regenerate board wipes, you can still save at least your, like, main key cards. Isn't that fun? Isn't that awesome? That's a lot of skill, a lot of macros, a lot of focus you had to do to make that happen. Wow. Now, slivers are not the only spoon-fed creatures in Magic. We got the elves, we got the dragons, and they're going to get their own video, don't worry. But you could get lobotomized and probably still be able to play slivers pretty easily, all right? Now, if you bring slivers to your game store, I like to think of it a lot like Terminators, all right? The first time you do it, pretty good, banging, awesome, very fun. The second time, all right, this is pretty good. This still holds up. When you bring the slivers the third time, though, I'm gonna raise some questions, especially after you bring it the 4th time. I'm really getting tired of it, especially by the 5th time I have to play against the slivers, because wow, it was fun the first time, but the 6th time I'm kind of done with this. I kind of get the shtick, and it's not that fun anymore. Let me be honest. Now, also, I bet you didn't know, that's a lot of Terminators. There's a lot of Terminator movies. I didn't know that. But anyway, obviously, how do slivers win? Well, first off, I'm surprised there's not a sliver that just says, slivers you have win the game, but I digress. You play slivers like the one that gives you flying and haste. They give the double strike, you get a little bit stronger. So now they're flying, they got double strike, and they're stronger. And that's pretty much it. You make them really strong. And then you can make them really, really strong if you want to. But yeah, you just make a lot of slivers and you make them really strong, and they have every keyword, and that's pretty much it. Or you can run stuff like Vanquisher's Banner, so now creatures get a little bit stronger, and then when you cast a sliver, you draw a card. That's crazy. Door of Destinies get stronger the more slivers you drop. Chronicle of Victory gives them +2/+2, First Strike and Trample. This card's basically a sliver already. And then we cast a sliver, you draw a card. Get Reflection of Littlejohn, throw that in there because now you get double the slivers. That's pretty good. Kindred Discovery also gives you more slivers, and then you got more slivers, and they're drawing more cards, and you're casting more slivers. And you don't have to be the bad guy. Honestly, you don't have to be the bad guy. You don't have to play slivers. No one's making you. Although I'm sure that didn't work, and that's not going to stop you at all. So instead, here's Guac's guide to playing slivers. So first off, step 1, you're going to hit a big fat rip of the Sticky Chameleon Colossus. Get it? Because it's a change. Anyway, you don't need your brain at all. You can just hit a blinker and start the game that way. Because you're going to run the first sliver. Because now you get Cascade, and then your sliver spells have Cascade, and then you get more spells. There's also the other one that gives them Indestructible, and this one's also really solid. Both good options. You could also run Rukamaril Biologist if you're not like other slivers. But really, the ones that are in the garbage, Sliver Gravemother, not that good. I don't know. I don't like this one. Sliver Queen is also like $300 billion, so it's okay. But yeah, you don't really need that one. And then Sliver Overlord, I don't know. Tutoring. The only thing you should be tutoring for is set of 4 Loco. Because you want to forget, like Men in Black, that you're even playing slivers. Because in my opinion, that's the only way to play slivers sin-free, is to forget that you're playing. You need to sit under the peach tree and forget your ego. Let it dissolve. Become one with the universe and achieve nirvana. And that way you're freed from the realms of reincarnation and samsara, and all your sins are forgiven. Or you just hit them with the necrotic sliver, and then you pay mana to destroy people's lands because you're a monster and you don't have any skill at all. No offense. I don't know. Shall I joke your penis to completion again, sir? I know you wanted it before, but now you get even more. With teeth again this time, sir. Yes, I know you like it with teeth. Very good. Anyway, slivers are the most spoon-fed creatures. I don't like them, and they're just kind of boring to play against. But that's the end of the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you subscribe, subscribe. If you want to support me, I got a Patreon linked down below. It's awesome. You can get custom decks built by me. I also roast and help out Commander decks on my Twitch, _. It's really fun. Go follow me there. Also, I got sick playmats for sale on jankmats.com. Use the link in the description. Grab one. They look really good. I'm going to be at MagicCon Atlanta, and I'll sign them. They look sick. Also, I got a Discord, fun and free and cool. Join it, and you can talk to me all about how much you love slivers, and slivers are actually super skillful, and you need a lot of like high IQ to play them. Just kidding. I know you don't. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye.